Test, test, 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2, 1, 2. Wait 1 second, Israel. Make sure y'all type your questions into the chat. So when the general get here, I'll have him. Hello. Hey, Shalom Christ, it's good. I got you. Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna send it to you now. All right, man. Oh, you was? Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. All right, now I'm gonna send it to you now. All right. All right, Shalom Christ. All right. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Thumb, Yahweh Shemar, Thumb Bashim Yahshua. Priest and officer, you die, hold it down until 12 shield general behind me gets here. Black man, Latino man, First Nation man and woman. Now is the time to separate from America, to separate from this wicked society. Why? Because you have to understand the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Violent week over here in Philadelphia, all across the states, mass shootings everywhere. You got to remember this, man. As Black, Latinos, and First Nation men and women, we are living in the last days, the days that Christ prophesied about, man. Now is the time to change your life, to get your life together. Because as the Lord shows some people, as Black, Latinos, First Nation men and women, we have a lifestyle that we have to live. You know what that lifestyle is? By doing what our God said to do, by keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. The problem is that Blacks, Latinos, and First Nation men and women, we got to realize that we ain't free, white, and 21. Right. Meaning that we can't believe that we can live this wicked lifestyle like this oppressor. The oppressor goes up and shoots up, you know what I mean, supermarkets and churches and schools, you know what I mean? He gets pampered for it. They take him to Burger King. He gets to live lavish in prison. While we die, Black man, Latino man, First Nation man and woman, we're the ones that die. Not just the physical death, but the spiritual death as well, man. This is why the Lord said this in the book of Proverbs, man. I'm going to read it. Oh, second, sir? I have no clue. I was drinking mine, though.
Oh, actually, but I got
you. Proverbs 3:31, sir. Follow for sure, if you could. Again, type y'all questions in. The general will be here shortly.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. The Lord is telling us not to envy the oppressor. Why? Because you look at the oppressor in his lifestyle and think it's all right to be a homosexual. Think it's okay to be a sexual deviant and fulfill all of your lusts. We'll talk about Pride Month as well. Black man, Latino man, it is wrong. It is an abomination to be a homosexual. The Lord is saying, envy thou not the oppressor. If the oppressor wants to be free, white, 21, and gay, he can do it. They can live that lifestyle, but we cannot. And it's a shame, too, because our people are at the forefront of every movement that the oppressor pushes, man. They push homosexuality. Who do they have, you know what I mean, in their pride marches during this month? Silly Blacks and Latinos, man. Silly Blacks and Latinos like Dwayne Wade and his son and his family, man. Silly blacks and Latinos that think you can live this homosexual deviant lifestyle and still think you can be beloved by God and nobody can judge you. When in reality, you are only fulfilling your own deep sexual lust, man, which is evil and is real trauma. You know what I mean? That you trying to hide the fact that you was molested, which was wrong, by the way. You were wrong. You were wrong, black man, Latino man, First Nation man, the woman in that church, or your father, or your uncle, whoever, your mother, or your auntie coming in your room in bed at night. That was foul what happened to you. But it does not mean that you can continue to live this lifestyle. They tell you, that you were born this way. You was not born that way. The Lord is not the author of confusion, black man, Latino man, First Nation man and woman. And guess what? Our God told us to envy thou not the oppressor. And what?
And choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways, man. Homosexuality is the way of the oppressor. It comes natural to them. Who do you think were the first homosexuals? The Africans over there in Egypt. Y'all so in love with Egypt and their culture, not realizing that lifestyle came from them. Like Egypt was the first metropolis, you know what I mean, for homosexuals. The first LGBTQP pro city that started by them Africans. And then the Greeks and then the Romans, they perpetuated it. And now look at America. They doing the same thing. Choose none of their ways, man. Being a homosexual, shalom, warrior, being a homosexual, being a murderer, aborting your kids, those are all ways of the oppressor. Abortion is too, and I'll explain it. That whole Roe versus Wade and what's going on, and while they're crying and complaining, not trying to overturn it, it's because the oppressor wants to go out there and sleep with everybody and have the right to abort her baby. And she should be allowed to abort her child. If the oppressor or any of these heathen women want to kill their babies, I'm for it. And you should be for it too, black man, Latino man, and woman. But we cannot do that. We cannot murder our children. You can't sit up here and, as a black or Latino woman, and cry about what happened to our brothers and sisters being massacred, you know what I mean, in Uvalde, Texas, and being massacred in the supermarket at that Tops in Buffalo, New York, and you out there committing abortions, man. You commit more murder, you know what I mean, than the oppressor did, you know what I mean, in this past month, man. Just a year, over what, 500,000 abortions? We got to cut that out, black man, Latino man, First Nation man and woman. That's why the Lord said, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways, because being a homosexual is a way of the oppressor. Being a murderer is the way of the oppressor in all phases. It is not in your nature, black man, Latino man, First Nation man and woman, to be any of these things, because that's why you're so bad at it. You want to know why you're so bad at being a sexual deviant? You want to know why you're so bad at being a so-called gangster, being a thug? Because our God does not want us to live that lifestyle. He does not want us to live that lifestyle. Allah Panya. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakatah. With that being said, I'm going to pass the class off to priest and General Mayaka Ali.
Shalom Israel. Yabashma Shabakatham, Yahweh Shemala Thun by Shem Yahushua. And I caught a little bit of what Officer Yediah was saying about this homosexual thing, man. You understand? This thing is an abomination on this earth. You understand? There's a scripture. I couldn't find it just now. I was looking for it. It says something like, seek ye the paths of old, something like that. But I don't know. I put those words and I didn't see it. And I ain't seen it in a minute. Give me first. I'm gonna get let's get the scriptures that where the Lord say for a doubt. Homosexuality is evil and abomination. First of all, let's get that. I think it's in Exodus. Let me see. Let me get that, and I'm going to get the one in the New Testament also. It's in the Old and New Testament. The Old Testament was against homosexuality, and the New Testament is against homosexuality. Mankind. Give me those two. and hold that other one.
Color God.
Now Leviticus, come. You got Leviticus 18 and 22?
Color God. Got the old pass.
Okay, no sweat. No sweat. Where is it, by the way? Where's the old past one?
Jeremiah 6:16.
Okay, yeah, that's it. I don't know how I couldn't find it. Let's get the homosexual. Let's get the law on homosexuality. Leviticus 18 and 22.
Color God. Color God.
And again, this is the law. This is the law laid down by Moses, man. Why is this law in the Bible? Because all the other nations were doing it.
Right.
All the other nations were doing it. The Lord gave us laws, man. He gave us rules to follow and enforce, made it official. He started with Adam. Adam knew what was clean, what was unclean. Adam knew the laws. You understand? And it was passed down verbally. In the time of Moses, the Lord then made it official, made it into documents. You understand? He put our law. And this is one of our laws. This is one of God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the creator of the moon and the stars, the creators of the Israelites, the creators of the Edomite, creators of every animal, every four-footed animal, every split-hoofed animal, every serpent, every fowl of the air. You understand? Every blade of grass, the creator of all things. This was his law to the people of Moses who were Israelites. They were not Baptists. They were not Seventh-day Adventists. They were not non-denominational. They were not Muslim. You understand? They were none of those things. They were the sons of Adam, eventually became Israelites through Jacob. You understand? And this is the law that the Lord gave our entire race. So this ain't a religion we talking about. We ain't talking about your religious beliefs. We talking about a race of people that God chose to be his favorite, his covenant promised people, and he gave them laws to live by. Here was one of the laws concerning this crap that's going on in the earth right now, which LGBTQZYWLTM marches and madness. You understand? This is the law in the Old Testament first. Go ahead.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind.
So now, first and foremost, God, the Most High God of Israel said, thou shalt not lie with mankind, meaning don't do this. You're not supposed to do this. It's against the law to do this.
Right.
Do not lie with mankind. What is he talking about? What is he talking about, lie with mankind? Go ahead.
Oh, God. As with womankind.
As with womankind. So when God created mankind and womankind, he created them to lay together, to procreate. He created them to know each other, meaning have sex with each other, do intimate things with each other, man. You understand? To procreate on this earth, to bring pleasure to each other, to keep the marriage, the bond, the union, to keep it tight and solid. That's what he created to happen on the earth. Listen, and it's natural from the animals to humans. Animals, look at them. They don't go to school. They don't learn. They don't have sex education. But they, by nature, by the spirit of the Most High God who created them also, they know that the male kind of that species gets with the womankind, the female kind of that species. That's in nature itself. It's only wicked men that think they're so intelligent that they could go against how God created things in nature. So God saw that all these people around Moses and the Israelites were doing these horrible things. So he had to let us know, listen, man, thou shalt not, you Israelites, you shall not lay with mankind as with a woman. You don't go be intimate with a man. You men, I created you to be intimate with a woman. The way you supposed to be intimate with a woman, that's it. Don't be that way with other men. I know you see the heathens do it, but you don't do that. It's against our laws. Go ahead.
It is abomination.
It is an abomination. It is an abomination. Go ahead, read on a little bit.
23.
Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou lie with any beast.
Because if you a nasty homosexual, right, it ain't too far-fetched till you cross the line and start laying with animals. You'll start laying with animals the way you lay with a damn woman. You understand? Vice versa. And women, you supposed to be laying with men. You start dealing with animals, man. We see that in our oppressor all the time. Give me the other scripture with the homosexual. Both of them have committed an abomination. 20 and 13. Now let's see the judgment, man. The judgment in the law for being a homosexual, man. And you homos kill me, man. Y'all talk about, man, yeah, you're still pushing that 50s belief. This isn't the 50s anymore. This isn't the 50s anymore. This is the new age now. I can, you know, I can have a beard and a dress at the same time. This isn't the 50s anymore. 50s? Man, if you know, y'all just going back to the 50s, man. We supposed to go way back, way before the 50s. First, let's read Leviticus 20 and 13.
Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 13. And a man also lie with mankind.
Again, if a man lay with mankind, go ahead.
As he lieth with a woman.
The way God created you to lay with a woman, to have sex with a woman, to be intimate with a woman, hug on her and kiss on her. The way we're supposed to do that with a woman, the Lord said, if you do this with a man, go ahead.
Both of them have committed an abomination.
Now, a lot of you homos like to act like, you know, you still so tough. And, well, I don't take it, I'll give it. You know, I don't do that. I just do this. And, you know, the Lord said both of you have committed an abomination, whether you the taker, you know, the giver or the taker. Whether you the pitcher or the catcher, you understand. Both of you have committed this abomination.
Right.
Both of you are guilty. Go ahead.
They shall surely be put to death.
Read that again.
They shall surely be put to death.
That is a death penalty offense to be a homosexual, man.
Right.
So why is homosexuality running so rampant in America? Because America is ruled by Satan, man. This is Satan's kingdom. Well, how did Satan get it then? God gave it to him. And no, he didn't fight God. There was no war between Satan and God. All those are Christian, Roman Catholic myths and fairy tale. There was no fighting and war against God by Satan. Right. Satan don't fight the Most High God. He obeys the Most High God. And Job 9:24 tell you the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Satan was given the earth to control for a time because of the sins of us, our sins, because of the sins of Israelites, because we didn't want to serve our God. So he said, okay, you want to serve the people of Satan? I'm going to give the earth to Satan. And let's see how you feel now. And we've been living in Satan's kingdom for quite a long time. A very long time, centuries upon centuries upon centuries, man. We've been in Satan's kingdom. Homosexuality is running rampant in America because this is Satan's kingdom and they live under him and his spirit and his law. They don't live under the laws of our God. You understand? That's what makes our fight so special. Damn near a miracle, because right here in the midst of Satan's kingdom, in the midst of this hell, where homosexuals are they the gangsters. They the gangsters threatening you. They the ones that can say any nasty thing out their mouth, and we got to shut up as normal heterosexuals. We can't say anything out of our mouth. We get flagged, we get banned, we get cited for hate speech. When homosexuals can say anything, man. Right. They can say anything they want. Well, they were supposed to be put to death. Right. The death penalty offense, man. Only through the great, well, one, this is Satan's kingdom now. So he's in charge now. So homos don't get put to death. And Israelites, we the ones supposed to be putting our own people to death, you know, for being homosexuals and following the ways of Satan. But we can't do that either because we under the grace of our black King Yahushua. Right. That grace period means we can't punish physically sinners. Those of our people that break God's law. They have a time of grace, which runs out. It's going to run out. You understand? And then, you know, it's up to the Most High how they be dealt with. But for now, they under that grace too. You understand? We're not allowed to punish them. The Lord said, vengeance is mine. I will repay. You understand? So they're supposed to be put to death. Go ahead.
Their blood shall be upon them.
Read that again.
Their blood shall be upon them.
And it's their fault that they died.
Right.
It's their fault that they died. You understand? Their blood, that AIDS was heavy. That was a blood disease, man. Their blood shall be upon them. AIDS was a blood transmitted disease, man. It ran rampant through you homosexuals, man. But you was so nasty and evil, it ain't stop you. It ain't stop you homosexuals, man. Well, guess what? Now we heard the Lord got the monkeypox for you.
Right.
Now you got the monkeypox, and that ain't even got up in you right yet. He just starting to creep. Soon we're going to hear all the horrible stories, just like we heard about AIDS when it first started running through the gay community, man. Cats in the hospital, skin sliding off their bone, man. Looking horrible. Full of bumps. It's like the inside of their body start fighting to come out. You understand? Skin turning inside out, and pussy and bubbly and stinking and smelling like a dead man. You understand? A horrible death. That's what AIDS did. And then you homos, the homos that run this country, that run this kingdom, they fought, got medicines, got more medicine. Now they got a damn commercial with the homos on there. Don't let HIV stop you. Don't let it. You still be you. Like they still fighting against the Most High. You be you, Vectarvi or something like that. It's Vectarvi. Don't let HIV stop you from being you. Come on, get this Vectarvi, and it'll bring your numbers so low that you can't even spread it no more when you're doing your nasty homosexual acts. you can't even spread it no more. You understand? Fighting against the Most High. Well, God has always been against homosexuality. It's right here. And when they die and when horrible things happen to them, their blood is going to be upon them. You understand? Let's go to Romans. Let's show the New Testament. Because all of you think Christ had a change of heart, right? Christ came and gave us grace, and now you homos think you could be homos because of grace. A lot of you know that's a lie, so you just dismiss the Bible totally. A lot of you, I don't know, because of some book says it. Because of some book said it, the Bible also says kill an adulterer. Is that right? Are you doing that? They got always some defense. You understand why we shouldn't acknowledge what the Bible says. Let's go to Romans. Let's 1 and 25.
This is the book of Romans, the 1 verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Start at 24.
Of God, verse 24. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness.
So God gave us up to uncleanness, man, because he was angry with us because of our sin and our disobedience, man. Our total pure disrespect of our God, who treated us wonderful and gave us everything we needed, conquered our enemies for us, man, was with us in every war. We still wanted to experiment with heathen gods and pagan and heathen customs, man. When we had the best thing on the earth, man, we had the God of all things, man, the creator on our side as our father, we his servants. We had that bond with him. But again, after years and our children and, they get big-headed and heathens all around us, we think we bad because of ourselves. We forget who make us bad. That's our problem. We forget who make us great after a while. You understand? We forget that, and then we start doing things on our own, thinking we wise on our own account, coming up with solutions outside of what our God taught us, and thinking that's wise. I think I heard a brother, old Christian Israelites, arguing on some site the other day. He said, yeah, a lot of people don't know these things that I'm bringing out, of what Jewish people do and what Christ did and what Moses did, because it ain't in the Bible. They don't know, but see, I know because God showed me. The Most High showed me, but they don't know, and that's why they get confused when I bring these things out, man, because the Lord showed me, you making up things. You understand? I wish I could remember what he said. He said something that you'll never find in no records nowhere. You understand? But he teach it like it's the truth. You understand? Because it's in his brain. Because maybe the weed one day finished that blunt and they said, oh man, that makes total sense. And that was his doctrine. And he just taught it. And that's what man does. Man come up with their own ways when they stray from the Lord, man. And that's what we did. And so the Lord turned us up unto nasty unrighteousness, man. All type of things. He let Satan have us. The Lord say when he's angry, he turned his back on us and we are troubled. He say that in the Psalms. So once again, he turned his back. What does that mean? That means he ain't protecting you no more. Right. When the Most High ain't protecting you no more, you are prey. You are prey. You are a victim when he ain't protecting you no more. Read that again, Akbar.
Oh God. Wherefore, God also gave them up to uncleanness.
So God, our God, he gave us up. Turned his back on us. Go ahead.
Through the lust of their own hearts.
Because he saw our lust and saw our evil and saw our contempt for the covenant that our forefathers made with him. We wasn't following it no more. So he turned us over, man. He turned his back on us and let our enemies take us, man. Go ahead.
To dishonor their own bodies between themselves. So
now we was free. He turned his back on us, and then that allowed us, boy. We went crazy with our lust. He said, okay, all right, I'm gonna cut ties with them. Let them go ahead and be full of lust and do their nasty business. It said, what's the last part said?
To dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
To dishonor. The Lord turned his back on us, and when he ain't with you, boy, Satan get in your head all kind of ways. Satan turned our people into homosexuals, man, to dishonor through our lusts, our own bodies, man. Don't you know God is saying that being gay, you dishonor your body with your lust, man. You dishonor your own body. That's coming from the Bible. This is Paul speaking in the spirit of the Most High in Christ. Being a homo means you disrespect and dishonor your body with your nasty lust. Read.
Verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie.
And then they live this homosexual lifestyle like it's really the truth. Well, I was born this way. There's nothing I could do. It's how I feel. I got to be happy. Oh, we all here supposed to be happy. God wants us to be happy. That ain't written nowhere in the Bible. That ain't written in the Bible, man, where you must be happy. Do whatever it takes to be happy. That ain't in this book. Obedience is in this book, man. Some of us might not be happy that we got to give up weed, but so the hell what? It ain't about our happiness. It's about doing what the Lord say because it's better for us. Whether we happy with it or not. The hell with that. Some of you are so addicted to birthdays. You understand? Lord say, learn not the way of the heathen. So now we give up celebrating our birthdays. You might not be happy. You might remember time. I was happy when I got the cake and when I walked in the room and they yelled surprise. I loved it. But it ain't about your happiness. Should we go into the ways of the heathen because it makes us happy? It only makes us happy because it was indoctrinated in us when we were children. If we wouldn't learn these evil heathenistic ways when we were children, we wouldn't be unhappy when it's got to go away. My sons, they never had a birthday party or a happy birthday, whatever. And they ain't never cried about it either. And was never unhappy about it, sitting around boo-hooing. Never did they say, Daddy, I want a birthday party, because they understand. They understand it's not our way. And they understand that they better than them little boys and girls singing happy birthday. They understand that. You understand? But our people, we changed the truth of the Most High to a lie. Go ahead.
And worship and serve the creature more than the creator.
And we started to worship and serve the creature. What's a creature? Something that's created. What's this thing that we worship that's created? Anything under the sun. We worship white people. God created them. They the creature. They not the creator. We supposed to worship the creator, right? But we worship the white man and his laws and his traditions and his holidays. We worship the creature rather than the creator. We worship idols and rabbit's foots and crosses and different things we pray to, statues and all type of idols, man. Things that are created. We worship the creatures rather than the creator. Go ahead.
Who is blessed forever.
Right, and the creator is blessed forever. Go ahead.
Verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affection.
And because of these things, man, because we chose every heathen and every other God rather than our God, rather than the Most High God of Israel, He gave us up, man, to an affection. What's a vile affection? A vile affection, man. Affection, first and foremost, is love. That's a love, a care. You understand? A vile affection is a nasty love. So every love ain't good, Christians. Every love ain't wonderful. Every type of affection ain't wonderful. There's a thing called vile affection. God called it vile, and when it's vile, it means it's disgusting. And it's an abominable kind of love. You got a question? Go ahead.
Definition for vile, disgustingly or utterly bad.
Disgustingly or utterly bad. That's perfect. Disgusting. So there is a love on this earth that is disgusting, brothers and sisters, and it's homosexuality. It's all your LGBTQ, whatever they mean, all of them, queer, bi, I don't even know what they all mean. LG, what's that? Lesbian, gay, transgender, LGBT, bi, transgender, LGBTQ, queer.
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, queer, and they about to add P for pedophilia.
What?
They about to add the P for pedophilia.
Pedophilia. I thought it was another one too. They got so many. All that pedophilia. Now they and they've been had them. They just trying to come out with it. The whole child molesting organization. They want that to be legal. They want that to be legal. They don't think it hurt the child. You understand? But all this mess, man. These are vile affections, man. Disgusting type of love. Homosexuality is a disgusting type of love, and that's from God. That's why a lot of you homosexuals claim not to follow the Bible. Is that us?
That happens frequently.
No sweat.
Yeah,
that dentist, right? I think.
Oh,
That's the daycare. Okay, go ahead. Read.
For even their women.
For even their women, our love became so disgusting without the Most High that our very women, man, the daughters of Zion, our princesses, man, most beautiful things on this earth. Go ahead.
They changed the natural use into that which is against nature.
They changed their natural use into that which is against nature, man. Became lesbians, man. Became whores and prostitutes. You understand? They changed their natural use, which is with their husband, one man only. That's the natural order. That's the natural use that God created. They changed that into that which is against nature, man, which is against the natural order, what God created, man. Now they want to strap on things and tear each other up instead of just getting a man with the same thing to get that thing torn up. Right. They want to tear each other up and munch on each other and scissor each other and pull on each other's teeth and all that there, man. They want to do the horrible things that's not natural. That is a vile affection. Go ahead.
Verse 27. And likewise also the men.
Here we go. Not just our sisters, but the kings of the earth, man. Likewise the men. Go ahead.
Leaving the natural use of the woman.
They left the natural use of the woman. Y'all know what that is, brother. Sisters, y'all know the natural thing that we supposed to do with you, with a woman, the way God created it. We left that. The Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian man left that. Left dealing with a woman the way God wanted us to. Land with her, having a family. Go ahead.
Leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another.
But the men burned in their lust one toward another, man. Where did we get that from? All the races and nations around us. That's where we got it from. We saw that they was doing it with no repercussions, and they loved it. And our lust burned in us, man. And we start becoming feminine like that. Why? Because God wasn't with us. God wasn't with us, man. He gave us up. And so now we running after the heathen, learning their ways. Learning their ways, just like today, 2022. Any show, any movie you turn on, it got to be some homo in it now. It got to be some lesbian. Now you got lesbian and homo superheroes. You understand? I think they got gay Santa. Wasn't that the recent thing? Gay Santa. Santa Claus, the fairy tale man, is even a homo. You understand? So all these things, man, they put it in your face, till it's normal, you get used to it. And then a lot of our children grow up and get caught up in it, man. The molestation of these heathens, man, and these religions. And Christianity, boy, they turning out more homos than a little bit in that church. And the Muslim mosque, and they ain't past that. They turning out a lot of homos too in that Muslim mosque. Might not be talking about it a lot, but they in there, and it's obvious. You understand? Read.
Men with men.
Men with men. Men with men, man. Homosexuality. Go ahead.
Working that which is unseen.
You hear what God said, right? He said, men with men. How does God feel about men with men? He said, you're working that which is unseemly. Look up unseemly, mighty man. Unseemly. Let's get the direct definition of unseemly, man. Because the Most High put in the Bible that men with men, homosexuals, you gay men, you are unseemly in the eyes of God. Go ahead.
Unseemly, not according with established standards.
Not according with established standards, meaning God set up man and woman to be like this. You go do something totally different. That's unseemly. Go ahead.
Established standards of good form or taste.
Uh-huh.
The next one is not suitable for time or place.
Go ahead. Not suitable. That's the main thing. Like it's not acceptable by God. It's not acceptable by God. Good. That was good enough. It's not acceptable by God, man. This ain't how he created things. But this is how Satan likes things to go. This is how Satan, in his kingdom, he liked everything. He liked to get everybody to go against the Most High. Go ahead, you done it.
What's heavy, sir, what you bringing out is that there was an article, they since took it down, there was a lot of outrage. There was a group of parents that was upset, I forget the state. The school took their children to a pride parade without their consent. Like the school did that.
Good.
And I'm just, I'm not even a parent, so I got a lot of nieces and nephews. I can only imagine, you know what I mean, being a brother of the truth. And I find out, you know what I mean, that the school did that without, you know what I mean, consulting us at least.
Yeah.
What I would do. But that just shows you how evil the oppressor is. And they're trying to get us from a young age to accept this culture and this society when God is against it. So
and how bold they are, man. And that spirit of Satan, man, that satanic spirit, you know, they'll go do it and just get it done. Get it done in secret and then apologize after. Oh, I'm sorry, but it's been done. The seed has been planted. You know what I'm saying? That's this devil that we under. You understand? That's how he roll. He do things and then, oh, I'm sorry if I offended anybody. Oh, but you didn't did it though. You know what I'm saying? You didn't execute what you wanted to execute. And that's the point. Satan's kingdom, man. They go take your kid to some gay pride. Your son come back like, Dad, it was this lady, had a beard and muscles, but she had big chest and no shirt on. It was ridiculous. I worked at Penn's Landing back in the day. You know, every year they would hold them. It was the day they gave them the Gay Pride Festival down at Penn's Landing, man. And it's the nastiest day. You try to get off. The boss know we gonna take off. And he said, no, y'all got to come in, man. So we come in and we keep the place maintenance and clean. But boy, what we got to see. And once again, they free to be nasty. I mean, they literally, them lesbians out there with their breasts out, some of them. You know what I'm saying? And the homos had got their cheeks out and all that. But we can't do that. Heterosexuals can't go out there and be nasty, show our, you know, privates to people. Get arrested. But these homosexuals, man, they get to run rampant. Shalom, they get to run rampant out here. You gonna say something?
This is my cousin, sir. Small story from my slavery. This is the devil that come in and drop all water. Now, we all remember this devil when he was just Steve. Now he Eve. He coming in, wig on, implants, everything. Mm-hmm. He came in and was like, all right, if I use the bathroom? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I was like, damn. I'm like, he had to use the bathroom. He going to the bathroom that he identified with. So he go up and use the ladies' room, and the sisters get so outraged they come tell me and the manager. They say it's the manager in the women's bathroom. Mm-hmm. He saw go upstairs, find out that there's another devil with breasts and everything. Right. And then the transformer came to me.
It was like, I want to report your supervisor. He told me, you know what I mean, that I couldn't use this bathroom, that I wasn't welcome. I'm going to sue y'all. You know what I mean? Can I get a statement from you? I'm like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they are aggressive. They are great. They trying to bully us, the normal world. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's to come to. Go ahead, Reed. You was gonna say something? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, last week I took my sons out. There was ice cream, cookies, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the transgender Edomite out there. And I had to stop my 4-year-old because when he seen him, he was about to make a scene. Like, Dad, that's you know, did him giant before, like, oh, you a boy with a girl, wait on. My son's 4 years old.
Yeah.
He talked real, like he'd been up there.
Right.
And I had to stop my son because it was like crowded people.
Yeah.
It was like, man, like I get mad because like, even though my son is right, like I feel like, why should my son see this? Now, I mean, but they so prideful that they don't care.
Yeah, they everywhere. And the only answer to all that is to teach them. We got to teach the kids because they ain't gonna hide for it. They sneak it in the cartoons. You know what I'm saying? So it's the better defense rather than trying to hide them from it is teach it, make them understand how evil this is and how it's wrong, how wrong it is, and how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Who we are and how we better than that. You understand? That's the defense. Go ahead, Akbar.
And receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was me.
And receiving in themselves the recompense. Like there's a punishment for that error. And that error and that punishment is right. It's right that they get punished for being this way, for being against God. You understand? It's right that they do that. So I'm going to end it there. You read down, the Lord break it down on how disgusted and how unrighteous it is to be a homosexual. Right. You understand? Any questions online yet? Well, I'm just touch on a couple things. Somebody asked me about this recently. Whoever heard of the Jehovah's Witnesses? How do you cut them in the Bible? How do you cut Jehovah's Witnesses, period, when they come into you? You understand? First of all, go ahead.
We do have 2 questions.
Go ahead.
Brother said, Shalom, so y'all about if I may, General, can I get a breakdown of Ecclesiastic chapter 19, verse 7 through 9?
Come. All right, let's get it in the pocket for Ecclesiastic chapter 19.
Verses 7 through 9. The book of Ecclesiastic chapter 19 and verse 7. Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee, and thou shalt fare never the worse. Whether it be friend or foe, talk not of other men's lives. And if thou canst without offense, reveal them not. Verse 9. For he heard and observed thee, and when time cometh, he will hate thee.
7 through 9 is what he asked about? Okay, read 7 again. Ecclesiastes 19 and 7. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 19 and verse 7. Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee.
So this is going into trust. This is trust.
Right.
You got a brother. I go to Yediah and say, oh man, Yediah, man, you know, I was at the crib, man, and my son this and that and this and that, or my woman this and that and this and Yediah. Oh man, we talking about this personal problem, this personal thing, whatever. It ain't even got to be a problem. Just this personal thing to me, I share with Yediah. Now, he ain't supposed to go to Ibad and tell Ibad my personal business. You understand? It's not comely. Read it again.
Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee.
So you got a brother or a sister that tells something to you, they call it in confidence. You understand? They say something to you in confidence, they personal business, they need help on, or just want to get your counsel on it. Just get your advice on a situation. Go ahead.
And thou shalt fare never the worse.
And it ain't gonna hurt you. You know, it ain't nothing that's gonna hurt you. You ain't gonna fare no worse from him telling from not telling anybody this. You understand? It's like you ain't gonna explode. Like they say, people can't keep the secret. Oh my God, I gotta tell somebody. That's a demon, man. You understand? You ain't gotta run your mouth. You ain't gonna fare never the worse. Go ahead.
Verse 8. whether it be friend or foe.
Uh-huh.
Talk not of other men's lives.
Right. So, and that's obvious. Whether it's somebody there's a friend of yours, or somebody that's not a friend of yours, you ain't got to put his business and life in the streets, as they say in the black community. You ain't got to put his business in the streets. It's not masculine. You understand?
Right.
Go ahead.
And if thou canst without offense, reveal them not.
Right. And if you can without offense, reveal them not. Don't reveal them. Don't tell a man or sister's personal business. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 9. For he heard and observed thee. And when time cometh, he will hate thee.
Right, because then it'll get back to him eventually. When he hear about it, when he find out, he gonna be offended. He gonna be offended. And he going to hate you. You understand? Hate not meaning wanting to destroy or kill you, but he going to be upset with you. You understand? That's all that's saying. That's just saying don't spread people's business all around. You understand? Especially when they come to you in confidence. You understand? So that's all that's saying. What's the other one? You know?
Somebody else said slot. So the Leviticus 17 and 14 mean we should eat all of our meats well done.
17 and 14. Leviticus.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 17 and verse 14. For it is the life of all flesh. The blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, ye shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh. For the life of all flesh is the blood thereof. Whosoever eateth it shall be cut off.
Right. So read the question again.
He wants to know if we should be able to. He wants to know, does this mean we should eat all of our meat well done?
Well done. All right. Now read the scripture again. He asked for just the one verse, 14.
Leviticus 17 verse 14.
Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 17.
Start at 13.
The book of Leviticus chapter 17 and verse 13. And whatsoever man there be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, which hunteth and catcheth any beast or fowl that may be eaten.
So this beast or this fowl, these are clean beasts and clean fowl. This ain't talking about pork. You understand? Ain't talking about a horse.
Right.
It ain't talking about the rhinoceros or the lion. It's talking about lawful deers, goats, buffalo, lawful animals or lawful birds. You know what I'm saying? It's lawful to eat. Go ahead.
He shall even pour out the blood thereof and cover it with dust.
So let the blood go out of it. Go ahead.
Verse 14. For it is the life of all flesh.
And once again, the Most High, a lot of his laws are just sanitary. You understand? It's sanitary. Blood carries the life of the animal, the beast, the people also. You understand? Whatever sickness you got, it's in your blood. Whatever germs you got, it's in your blood. You understand? So the Lord wants us, when we get the beast, when we get the animals, let the blood pour out. You understand? Read. It said, for it is the life of the flesh, meaning everything that's in this, in your body, in this flesh, is in this blood. Good and bad. You understand? Go ahead.
The blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, you shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh.
You shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh. Go ahead.
For the life of all flesh is the blood thereof.
Right.
Whatsoever eateth it shall be cut off.
Right. So it's not saying, and that question was what? Well done? Go ahead. So
well done, sir.
Go ahead. Right. So it don't mean you got to eat it well done. It's just don't eat it raw. Don't eat the blood. Don't drink the blood. You know, the heathens, they save that blood. They make a whole soup out the blood. You understand? So and then sprinkle it back on the meat. You understand? And so don't eat the meat raw, dripping with blood like Esau. Like I was watching a food show. They got the damn corned beef and they chopped it up and about to cook it. And the host of the show is digging in their pot and eating the damn raw ass meat. Blood, red, and, you know what I'm saying? And they tell him to stop. They got to cook it and season it and all that. And he keeps digging and he's just trying to be funny, but eating it. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't more than you got to cook it well done. Don't eat it raw and bloody. You understand? Let the blood leak out. because that helps the blood not be poison of the animal. Because when the animal dies, you know, they say you're supposed to the hunters know you leak that you pop a hole in his throat or whatever and turn him upside down and let the blood leak out because the blood can poison the flesh, from what I understand. Go ahead.
It's like I would say, I know when you kill deer. So I know when you kill deer, if it's a male, you gotta cut the sack off because it'll poison the blood.
Yeah, that too, like those type of things sitting in the flesh. But it don't tell you. Some brothers, you know, ain't nothing wrong with medium rare. You cook your food medium rare. Some brothers don't like it like that. Some brothers don't want no red. They don't want to see no red. Now, sometimes you cook food, the red ain't always blood. It's the color of the flesh, but it ain't always blood. So you can cook it to a certain point. I heard, what is it? Medium well was a perfect way to black people like to eat food. Medium well is really what you're looking for, where it ain't burnt, it ain't the well done burnt, but it ain't Esau bloody either. You gonna say something about it?
I was gonna say the same.
Okay, no sweat. Go ahead. You know?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say so. I believe the question was based on like how do you steak? And I remember Officer Daniela breaking it down for me when I was a trooper the other day. Where like you get your steak, you know what I mean? Always stick your fork by the knife. If it starts to bleed, you gotta set it down. Ain't nothing wrong with getting it medium well. You know what I mean? You just can't. There's a chart too.
It shouldn't be bleeding.
And they had. There's a chart that was pulled up that blew my mind as a young man and trooper because like Esau said that a perfect steak was blue. That was bloody, that was just bleeding all over the place. And the more cooked it got was the worse that it got.
You're ruining it. Some restaurant, look, we was in a restaurant, they would not give Commander General Yohana a proper steak. We was offended. He had to get chicken. He sent it back 3 times for them to cook this goddamn thing. And they would not cook it because Esau is like offensive to the chef sometimes. When they got to burn this beautiful piece of meat. Right. And it was a sirloin too. And they didn't want to burn that thing. He sent it back, came back. He said, look at this. Come on now, it's leaking. I want you to cook my steak. And they took it back, bought it back again, and it still was leaking. And took it back and bought it back again. He said, listen, give me chicken parm with everybody else. Hey, take this away. You know what I'm saying? Right. It was ridiculous. You know what I mean? But that's, so that's what it's talking about. It's, you know what I'm saying? Just don't eat the blood. We are people that ain't, that's why we don't like all that raw stuff. And we look at white people like they crazy for eating it because we just in our spirit, just accustomed from generations, man. You know what I'm saying? We knew to cook that blood out of it, you know what I'm saying, to get rid of it. But it don't have to be well done, all the way well done. It could be medium rare. Just don't have it leaking like your diet said. You stick your fork in it or cut it open. If it start bleeding, it ain't right. It ain't right. You got to cook that thing. You know what I mean? So that was it, right? So let me get the scriptures on Jehovah's Witnesses, and then I'll go into the topic. We got a lot of time anyway. Give me Isaiah 43:1. The Jehovah's Witness, it came up recently. It don't come up too often, but Jehovah's Witness, that religion was started by a white man, an Edomite named Charles T. Russell. Charles T. Russell. He started what was called what was it called? It was called the International Bible Students Association. He started that, and that spurned into the Jehovah's Witnesses in about 1872, the late 19th century. So, that's where it came from. It was started by an Edomite, by man. Man created the Jehovah's Witnesses. It's a religion started by man. You understand? So let's read the Bible about the real and which is another class, so y'all can learn on Friday's Hebrew class. Jehovah is just another pronunciation of Yahweh, which is God's true name in the Hebrew. Jehovah is just a play on Yahweh with English letters mixed or Latin letters mixed in, because the J wasn't even invented in a certain point back in ancient times. There was no J. You understand? What I forget when the J came up, what century. Oh man, you can look it up though, when the J was invented, but the J didn't always exist. That's why even King James, go ahead, Abon, a scholar, he probably knows that.
Like the 17th century.
Come, no sweat. And that's why even in the King James Bible, that King James 1611, excuse me, you won't even see the J. It'll have like what looks like an I. You understand, the place of a J. Go ahead, Abon.
Dictionary.com. Meet the man responsible for the letter J. Both I and J were used interchangeably by scribes to express the sound of the vowel of the consonant. It wasn't until 1524 when Gian Giorgio Trissino, an Italian Renaissance grammarian known as the father of the letter J, made a clear distinction between the two sounds.
Okay, what year was that again?
1524.
1524. 1524. All right, Isaiah 43:1. Read. Anybody, whoever got it.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 1. But now, thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob.
Okay, talking about Jacob. Go ahead.
And he that formed thee, O Israel.
For anybody that's brand new to this, Jacob was the son of Isaac, who was the son of Abraham. The Lord blessed Jacob and changed his name to Israel. He wrestled an angel. The Lord sent the angel to wrestle him, and Jacob was winning the match. He was winning. He was beating the angel because the Lord was with him, and the angel recognized that the Lord is with you. And the angel had to knock his hip out of plate to stop him, to knock his hip, to freeze him up, hit that hip joint and make him free, to make him stop. And then he said, thou hast found favor with man and the Most High. From now on, your name will be Israel and not Jacob, which means prince of the power. That's what Yasha'Allah is. It means Israel. So that's what Israel and Jacob is the same person. They're the forefather, the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what makes the Israelites a race of people, which is a family of people. That's all race means. Your race, your nation, just means family. We're from the nation of Israel, meaning we're the children of Israel. We're the actual physical sons and daughters of Israel. We are Israelites by bloodline, not by religion, not by faith, not by belief, but by birth. You understand? Go ahead.
Fear not, for I have redeemed thee.
And God is talking to Israelites, talking to our race, telling us to fear not. He said, what? Thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. Like even in these last days, we ain't got to be afraid of our oppressor, man, because we in the time of our redemption, man. We in the last days of this man going to have such authority and rule over us. We in the last days of this man being able to exercise his hatred and disdain for us. We at the end of that, man. We close, you understand? So fear not. It says what after fear not?
Fear not, for I have redeemed thee.
Go ahead.
I have called thee by thy name.
Go ahead.
Thou art mine.
Thou art mine. Who is he talking to? The Israelites. The Israelites. This is Yahweh. This is Jehovah, right? He's saying, thou art mine. Go to the fourth verse.
Since thou wast precious in my sight.
Since thou wast, that's like old English for was. Go ahead.
Since thou wast precious in my sight. Thou hast been honorable.
Right.
And I have loved thee.
And the Most High did love us, man. Go ahead.
Therefore will I give men for thee.
And the Lord destroyed many men for us. Go ahead.
And people for thy life.
And has destroyed many people, man, to preserve us. Go ahead. Jump down to 9. No, go jump down to 4. Where we at? 4. Keep reading. Slock it.
Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west.
Damn right. Go to 9.
Let all the nations be gathered together, and let the people be assembled.
Right.
Who among them can declare this?
Like if you put all the nations together, they can't say this. Go ahead.
And who among them can declare this and shew us former things?
Go ahead.
Let them bring forth their witnesses.
Like if you gathered all the nations together, they can't tell the history of what I've done in this earth like you can, Israel. You understand? They haven't been my witnesses. Let them bring forth their witnesses. Go ahead.
That they may be justified.
To say that, yeah, I was there when the Lord did this. I was there when the Lord did that. Let them bring forth their witnesses. Let's see. Put them all together. See if they can declare this. Go ahead.
or let them hear and say it is truth.
It say, bring forth their witnesses that they may be justified, or let them hear and say it is truth. Go ahead.
Oh God. Ye are my witnesses.
Read that again.
Ye are my witnesses.
Read it one more time.
Ye are my witnesses.
So anybody that's claiming to be Jehovah's Witness has to be an Israelite. You understand? And you can show them old Jehovah's Witnesses. I crack on them. They come knocking on. I ain't seen them in a while. They still out there? I ain't seen them in years, man. But I start cracking on them just to, you know what I'm saying, just to disrespect it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you single? Oh, but get to see Jesus in the kingdom in the. I said, well, that's a beautiful dress you wearing. I mean, how old are you? You ain't single. Get out of here. Get out. You ain't single. You know what I'm saying? I just mess their head up. They make them not want to come back no more.
Right.
Yeah, some of them be pretty too, little young things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, ye are my witnesses, talking about the Israelites. Read it again, 10.
Come. Ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord,
Right.
and my servant, whom I have chosen.
Look, come on now. You gotta want to be an Israelite. He said, the Israelites are his witnesses and his chosen. Go ahead.
Come. That ye may know and believe me, and understand that I am he.
Right.
Before me there was no God formed,
Damn right.
neither shall there be after me.
Damn right. Damn right. So Yahweh's witnesses are the Israelites, you understand, and nothing else. And Jehovah's Witnesses is a man-made religion, you know what I'm saying, created off of some other religion by Edomite, you understand. And any questions in the room? Go ahead, sis.
Shalom.
Shalom. How you been?
All right. Tawa.
Most I right. Good.
A breakdown on the scripture where Yahweh said, trim your ways, trim not your ways for the oppressor.
Okay.
So my question is, how can we not trim our ways to seek validation, acceptance, and approval of the oppressor
Good.
or our brothers and sisters that's in the world?
Good. Most right. Let's get that scripture.
I don't have the scripture.
Most right. The brothers will get it. That was it. Okay. And I got Jeremiah also. Jeremiah 2:33.
Come. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Go to Jeremiah. The closer one to what she's saying. Jeremiah 2:33.
This is the book of Proverbs. It's like the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, and verse 33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
Read it again.
Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
Go ahead.
Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
So trimming your way meaning you compromise. You understand? You okay, black people, right? A lot of them learning and waking up to the fact that the church has lied to us, right? That the church got a lot of homos and the church really don't know the Bible. So to trim their ways and to make it right, they'll tell you, I don't believe everything my pastors say, but I know it's good people there, so I still go. You understand? They trimming their ways. They know what's right. They see the evil, they see the wrong, but they'll find the one. Sister Evelyn is a good woman in there, and I know she's nice, so I just go to support her. Or even these holidays. You know, a lot of black people, and I know some of them, they don't call it Christmas no more. They give it other names to still celebrate. Still celebrate it, but I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We just get together and eat. And I forget what they call it. They call it whatever they want, depending on the person. They just said they don't celebrate no Thanksgiving. I don't sit down with it because of the Indians and all that. I don't care about none of that. But my family got off. We ain't seen each other, and we just get together. My family, we call it this reunion and that reunion. Go ahead, Abon.
We see a lot more born days on Facebook instead of birthdays.
Come.
It's the same thing.
Happy born day. I don't celebrate no birthdays, man. That's born day. It's the same thing. You understand? It's you seeing the wrong, but because the masses is doing the wrong, and you want approval from the masses, you understand? You will tweak you'll compromise. I know I ain't supposed to be doing this, but everybody doing it. But I know it's wrong. They don't see that it's wrong. So you know what? This ain't, nah, I don't celebrate no Thanksgiving. Don't tell me happy Thanksgiving. No, this family day. This family day or Native Day or Angry Native Day. This Angry Native Day because it was wrong what they did to the natives, man. Give me a piece of that turkey. Hand me some of that cornbread, Grandma. And you know what I'm saying? They still eating the turkey. Then they still celebrating, but they the rebel sitting in here at the table. You understand? They the rebel sitting at the Thanksgiving table. In their mind, they the rebel. You understand? So they trim their ways to seek love. I'm guilty. Early in the truth, I got caught up. I thought I'd go there and tell what Thanksgiving is really about. All the families getting together, and I ain't seen them in a minute. I'm young, so I'm sitting at the table, and they got me because they started praying at the table. And I said, oh my God, I'm sitting here at a Thanksgiving prayer table. And it hit me that I am totally wrong in sitting at the most. I got my ass up out of there. You know what I'm saying? I called myself. They said, you want to say anything? I think everybody was saying a little something. They said, you want to say anything? I said, I'm good. I'm good. Because I'm sitting here boiling, mad at my damn self. You understand? So they went on the rally, and I was out. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm going to roll up out of here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? The family, they all beautiful. I love my cousins, love my family. But to go against the Most High for this, I ain't trimming my way to seek love. So that's basically what it is, a compromise. A compromise, bringing your loyalty to the Most High where it's supposed to be, you bring that down to compromise a little bit with the left hand, with Satan. You understand? So that's basically what that is. Go ahead.
The same way, trying to seek approval from the oppressor and other nations.
Yeah. If it's causing you to do something to sin, if it's causing you to sin, you understand? Now, if you in a slavery, let's say, and you just excellent at your job, and you just doing it, and you ain't hurting nobody, it's you filing paperwork, and you just good at it. You good at the paperwork, or good on the computer system, keeping all his files, and you impressing him. Ain't nothing wrong with impressing your slave master, getting a promotion or getting a raise. If you're good at it, you're good at it. You understand? Now, if lying on your reports and getting black people fined money and getting their cars taken from them and towed away and getting their houses put in foreclosure, if that's your job, you hurting blacks and Hispanics to impress the oppressor, that's a whole nother ball game. That's what you're not supposed to do. You understand? So that's the only difference. That's the difference. Any more questions you got? Let me tell you, you on the stairs, right? After this? Okay, come. Go ahead, sir.
It was Isaiah, what chapter and what verse again?
That was what was that? Jeremiah 2:33.
2 and 33.
Come. Second chapter, 33rd verse. And it says, therefore, thou hast also taught the wicked ones thy ways, meaning when you compromising for these people who are wicked, who don't follow the Most High, now you basically showing them your lack of faith toward the Most High. You understand? You're really showing them that you ain't really dedicated to this other thing that they knew you was only going to be in for a minute. All this, yeah. They know that's just a phase you're going through. But now when you didn't compromise for them, you know, it's going to be hard to convince them that that other thing you're dealing with is serious. You understand? Go ahead.
Like a sister in the world, she's in the world.
Good.
And she tried to befriend me and want to hang out with me and everything. I was thinking of the scripture where it says, don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. You know, and I might give her advice on scriptures and everything like that.
Good.
Based on her situation. But she was like, look, let's hang out, let's, you know. But I know I can't do that because of things that they do in the world.
Yeah.
That would like draw me back in the world being unequally yoked.
Yeah, that's important because you know whatever she got you doing, whatever y'all doing y'all together, if you think is pulling you toward the world, then you can cut it off. You understand? Well, you can step it up really and force her to trim her goddamn ways. If you want to be my friend, I like to roll with you, but I don't know. I don't think you could roll with me. Why don't you go to this class with me then? I'm going to class tomorrow. Why don't you roll with me? Girlfriend, if you're really my girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? You want to be down with me, come roll with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's the test. You know what I'm saying? Like they want you to roll with them and do the things they want to do in the world crap and all this and that. As long as it ain't no sin, it's fine to hang with them. You know what I'm saying? But I would be pushing to get them to come on over here. You know what I'm saying? And most times they'll either leave you alone or get down with you. So you got to be ready for that, for them leaving you alone.
And I call her and talk to her. She's like, I gotta go.
When you start talking about the truth, she got to go, right? Hey, more power to them. You know what I'm saying? They'll find out in the end. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't. I got a brother-in-law used to want to bend my ear and cry about my sister and cry about this for years and years and for years. I've been trying to get him to class and come on. I said this. Finally, listen, I got no answers for you, brother.
Right.
I got, the things that I can fix your whole situation. But the things that's going to be required, you're not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wasting my time. That's what I tell my family. I tell my mother. She called my sister this. And, oh, your sister's so filthy. I'm sick of her in this house. And and this. And she complaining. I said, Ma, I can give you the answers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know you're not going to do a goddamn thing I said. My nephew, she come to me, oh, your nephew, he this and that, don't want to let it, he holding it all in, and him and his woman and this and this. I go to my nephew, I say, hey, you good, man? You know we can talk whenever you're ready. He said, I just need to go in the house. I just need to go home. I said, all right, my door's open, man. I can get it right. You understand? It ain't hard to fix, and I can help you out and give you all what you need, but it's going to be things you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And that be the thing. They want to hear, they want the sympathy and want you to, and want you to cry with them, but they don't do a goddamn thing you tell them to do, especially when you got the answers. You know what I'm saying? So I try to chase everybody away like that myself. You know what I'm saying? Brother-in-law, he came to me in a minute. I keep trying and crazy. Benjamin too. Benjamin love their family, but my sister's a horrible monster. You know what I'm saying? Horrible monster, and it was never no good. You know what I mean? And I knew it, and shit, I was hoping he would figure it out, you know what I'm saying? But he just want to cry. What's wrong with her? I tell him my heart not a piece of stone. My heart not made of stone. My heart flesh. What's wrong with you? I do everything for you. She tell me, go get her some weed. I say, ask your man to go get you some weed. So I just get her a little 20 bag and some. I said, what? I said, man, please. I can't hear no more, Mike. What are you trying to do to me, man? So it's just a goddamn mess. So I said, look, 41 Garrett Road. I'm going to be there Monday. You want to be there? I'll be there with you if you want to be there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It's halfway, company. You know what I mean? So what's 8:32? It's about that time. Let me see. Marad went up already. Marad's in the back. Ain't no more questions today? I mean, I got some stuff, but it's going, it's just a lot. Let me see. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go up. I was going to do it on the laptop, but since I'm here, it'll be quicker and easier if I just did it here. So you know how to link up? You know how to link up and everything?
Kyle, you want to do it down here upstairs?
Let's do it upstairs.
Yes.
What's easier for you?
Either or.
Okay, no sweat. I go upstairs. No sweat. So, I just touch on, of course, everybody know, the Most High is against America, and we can see the prophecies being fulfilled. He moving on them. You know what I'm saying? Christ always been against this place. Did you read Isaiah 63? It tell you who is coming out with dyed garments from Bozrah, like bloody garments. Christ gonna be coming out of the land of where Esau, one of Esau's cities, with bloody garments after all the killing. You understand? And one thing Christians missed and never understood, that the second coming of Jesus, right? The second coming of Jesus coming back in the clouds. I've heard that all my life. But Christians never understood that he was always coming back for war. They never understood that part. They never understood that he was always coming back to kill and destroy God's enemies. You know what I mean? They never understood that because they never understood any parts of the Bible. You understand? So they missed that part. He was always coming. His second coming was always about war and vengeance, you know, on our oppressors. And while they push that love narrative where you got to love everything, love, and forgive, right after our oppressor murder us, the blood ain't dry, we loving and forgiving. You understand? And that ain't no law written nowhere in the Bible where you got to forgive these people for murdering us, man. But once again, they never understood that. You understand? There is a time for love, but this ain't the time. So go to Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. I buy it if you can, or whoever got it first. Like there's going to be a time for love, but we ain't in that time right now. We're not in the time for love. We're in the time for loving each other only. You understand? And unifying with each other only under the laws and statutes and commandments of the Most High in Christ. That's the time we're in. We're not in the time to love an Edomite. Right. If you want to love Edomites, let's first obey God and let's come back home in the ISUPK and let's get the kingdom first. And once we get the kingdom, you can love white people. After that, the ones that survive, you can love them. I'm going to have a few of them for pets, man. I'm going to have a whole bunch of them running around in chains and going to get sick that, and sick this, and doing tricks, and it's going to be wonderful. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to dress them up. I'll be seeing sisters dress up their little dogs with their little jackets and all that. I'm going to dress my Edomites up, you know what I'm saying, run them around. I'm going to create games and Olympics for them to entertain. I'm going to call like Abon, come on through, man. I'm having a big one this weekend. Get Ibon and you die and all that. I got you, man. We're going to have a ball this weekend. I got the strong, the pure guy, you know what I mean? And we're going to have a ball with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have my champion Edomites, and he's going to be my man. You know what I mean? I'm going to take care of him, feed him right. He's going to be my champion to smack the rest of the Edomites when they get out of line. Smack their whole face off. You understand? Big buff Edomite. I'm going to raise them strong. You understand? You want to love Africans, you can love them, but not now. This ain't the season to love them. This ain't the time. Love them once we get in the kingdom and they're under us. Then you can love them all you want. Right now, we are the slaves. We really don't have the power to love them or to hate them. We don't have the power to love our enemies, nor do we have the power to hate them because we are the slaves. Now, when you're in charge, then you have power to love and power to hate. You understand? Right now, we don't have it, man. We ain't in a season of loving and sweetness. Ecclesiastes 3 and 8.
Ecclesiastes.
Go up a couple verses. Oh, know what? Hold on 1 second. Start at 3 and 1. Start at 1.
This book of Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season.
Like there's a season for everything. There's a season to love and there's a season to hate. But you got to determine what season we in. Go ahead.
And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
And there's a time to every purpose under the heaven. What's under the heaven? This earth is. Right. There's a season and a time for everything on this earth. Go ahead.
Verse 2. A time to be born and a time to die.
Right.
A time to plant.
Right.
And a time to pluck up.
Yeah. There's a time where you got to put them seeds in, man. A time is right. And then there's a time you got to go reap your harvest. Go ahead.
That which is planted. Verse 3. A time to kill.
Right.
And a time to heal.
Right. Go ahead.
A time to break down.
There's times where the Lord said, listen, y'all go destroy them. Go destroy them and get rid of them. That's killing time. You understand? Then there's a time of peace, man. A time to heal when we build in our cities, man. And rebuilding our altars and rebuilding the things that our enemies previously destroyed. So there's a time to kill and there's a time to heal. And a time to what?
A time to break down.
A time to break down. Go ahead.
And a time to build up.
So there's a time to do different things, man. It's just determining what times we in. Go to 8 now.
Verse 8. A time to love.
There is a time to love. Right now, we in the times to love only Israelites.
Right.
Only Israelites. That's the time we in. We're not in the time to love our oppressors, to love white people, and to love the Koreans, and to love the Asians, and the Japanese, and the Africans. We're not in that time. We're in the time of unity and love toward each other. Go ahead.
And a time to hate.
And we in a time to hate. There's a time to hate also. Right now, we in a time to hate God's enemies, man. We in a time to be angry with them and not accept what they're doing to us and not be okay with it and not forgive them. We in a time that when they do something to us, we pray to our God with all the hatred that's in us and all the sadness that's in us. And we pray to him to destroy these people, man. And he's going to hear your prayer. He'll hear your prayer. We in that time, man. There is a time to love, but not to love everybody. And there's a time to hate. There's a time to hate here. But you Christians, somebody that told you, mainly the white man that told you this, because he don't want you to not like him. He want to scare you into loving him. He say, hatred only destroys you. It only destroys the person that's doing the hating. Don't hate. Meanwhile, they've been hating forever. White Christians get guns to defend their rights. They get guns to defend their faith, but they tell black and Hispanic Christians to accept murder, to be murdered and cry and say, I still love him, I gotta forgive him. I'm a Christian. The black woman say, I'm Christian. I have no choice. I have to forgive him because I'm Christian. Body's still on the ground. They ain't even picked them all up yet. They forgiven already because they Christian and they got no choice to forgive. That is a horrible slave satanic religion, man. There is a time to hate a people, man. Somebody slaughter your family, I think hatred is justified. It's justified. Now, hatred don't mean an action all the time. It ain't saying to go out and take vengeance. It ain't saying to go out and get yourself killed or locked up forever. You understand? But your feeling toward these people that murdered the ones you loved or your people, there's nothing wrong with that feeling against them. Nothing at all. There's a time to hate. Read.
A time of war.
A time of what?
War.
A time of what?
War.
So where the Christians at? Where the Christians at? War is wrong. War don't help nobody. We ain't getting out of America without war. It's not going to happen. We ain't going to never be free without war. And that's something black people don't want to come to terms with, man, that ain't in the ISUPK. They don't want to, I know the roughest cats, man. But when you talk about fighting white people, they shut their mouth. They shut their whole mouth. You know, I mean, I know the gangster cat. Today, he still think he a gangster. In 2022, still rolling around. But boy, when I talk about this war against white people and what white people doing, what white people deserve, I guess no comment. You know what I'm saying? He mums the word. But if I talk about rolling on some niggas, I bet he'll have a lot to say. He have a lot to say. You understand? There is a time for war. Go ahead.
And a time of peace.
And there's a time of peace. There's a time of peace. Right now, we ain't in a time of peace with our oppressor because he's showing us. He's showing us that. While we fighting to be at peace with him, where the book of Ezra say, don't be at peace with them, never seek their peace. We fighting tooth and nail to be at peace with them while he murder us. And that's why they lose all respect for us. That's why they lose respect and treat us how they treat us, because we don't earn our respect. You know how many white people have said over the years in interviews, I don't understand how black people could be Christian. They say, I don't know how black people could be Christian when the Klan was Christian, when the people that lynched them was Christian. They can't understand it. An Asian cat wrote an article. I got somewhere at the crib how the title is on was Why It's Okay to Hate Black People. And he going to how stupid we are for being Christian when our oppressors are Christian, and how dumb we are for worshiping a white Jesus. And he going to the whole thing. But his title is Why It's Right to Hate Black People. You understand? Written years ago. You understand? So we got to wake up out of this, man. We ain't in the season to love these people because they haven't earned our love. And for sure, the God of Israel don't love them. He said, and I ain't got time to go into tonight, he said he going to feed them with their own blood for what they did to us. He said he gonna feed them with their own flesh, you understand, and destroy them. Because he ain't forget nothing that they did to us. So with the time and with that, I'm gonna get ready for the show. I'm gonna get a class over to Precinct Officer Daniel Allah. Water for letting me roll, you Daniel. Did Barack go up already? Okay. What you say about you?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Okay.
Allah Akbar, Yah. Barack.
Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Y'all Bashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yahweh Shema Allah Bashem Yahushua. What's up, young warrior?
ISUPK security announcement. We got ISUPK started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation and teachers and arrangement, after 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means 10 in Hebrew, like Asherah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord give you. Give to the treasury department. Priest fund for we're offering for priests, not mandatory, whatever amount you would like, up become a holy convocation, which will be Feast of First Fruits, which will be June 12th. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start to wear all black, like boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And also too, we trying to raise some money to get the Philly band back up and running. So if anybody have a donation, you can contact Captain Ahmad. With that being said, we're gonna do one courtesy salute. With the Israel Madam Shabbat. Madam Shabbat. Imagine Barack. Yahweh Sar, which means turn, sisters, Imagine, which means standing. Men of Israel, we're going to get a sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat. Imagine Barack. Yahweh Shema, Allah, Yahweh Shema, class dismissed.
Both of them.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Don't stop thinking.
you didn't see it when you turned around, because he had already got back to the seat. That's what I was on.